Why is identifying your target market so important? As entrepreneurs and business owners, we know that if we have a clear plan, anything becomes possible. And if you can have a clear plan, a clear process to create that plan, and a way to create clarity with your partner or spouse, you can drive to amazing heights. I'm going to tell you specifically why. And I've spent hundreds of thousands on marketing, and a lot of it didn't work, but I'll help you skip over that. All right, so I started my first of 16 companies when I was 19, and I've helped hundreds and hundreds of companies around the world. And there's an old adage in the marketing game that says, I know half my marketing works. I just don't know what half. And unfortunately, it is so true. And this comes from somebody who's been thrifty, who thinks he's kind of smart, who's worked on this, who's had social media companies. The amount of energy that we spend on marketing it's insane. And the outcomes that we receive, we're never really even sure. So why is it important to identify your target market? Well, the thing is it's the only way you're going to become effective at truly marketing. But when you do it, and you do it well, and you find the right places, it's going to allow you to add more marketing dollars, put gas in the flame to really grow it out. But like I said, that adage that says, I don't know what half of my marketing works. Most people sort of use a shotgun approach with marketing. Now, there's firms out there that can help you, but even a lot of the firms, candidly, I'm not sure how successful they are. If you're a small business and you're evolving in through marketing, usually it's sort of survival phase. You get out of survival phase and it's like, oh, okay, things are going well. We should market. But most entrepreneurs don't have the time or bandwidth or energy or patience. So they say, okay, well, we should be on social media. And they look around and who's the youngest person in the room who really knows social media, but they don't know anything about creating a strategy. And what creating and identifying your target market is actually the first step in creating a great strategy for your marketing. So the three of the primary areas that you want to look at when you're marketing is, first off, we want to look at the individual. Second off, we want to figure out what's the problem you're solving. And third, you want to define where they are. So defining who you're targeting, your who is really, really important. And you can break that down into three separate sections. One is a demographic. Who is that person? Roughly, what is their age? What is their gender? What is their business or their identity or title? What is their socioeconomic status? Who is it? Learn as much as you can around that person. Number one. Number two, geographically, where are they located? If you're a restaurant, it may be your restaurant plus 2 miles or 5 miles around you. If you do consulting on an international basis, my target market for anything that's on the channels, on the YouTube channels, obviously that can be seen anywhere, so it's English-speaking countries. However, most of my high-end advisory work with the CEOs, I mostly try and stick to North America because I want to bracket it be in the time zone so that it fits more convenient for me. So you define the demographic, who they are, the geographic, where are they, and then the psychographic, what are the things that you think they value? Now, part of this is going to involve our next step, which is defining the problem you solve. But you may go through and actually create an avatar for each one of your products. And say we have Jane Doe, and Jane Doe lives in, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and she's 25, she just graduated college, she just has her first job. Okay, great. We're starting to narrow in who we're targeting. Now, in her particular case, it's a Jane Doe that happens to be in whatever geography. Now, let's figure out what matters to her. So if you think about it, what is the problem you're solving? Most marketing people suck at this because we're really proud of what we do and we should do features and benefits. No, don't do features and benefits. First off, figure out what problem are you solving for Jane Doe. Are you solving a restaurant or food, or is it driving, or is it insurance, or whatever it may be? But you figure out what the problem you're solving is. And then, this is a big step, what are the outcomes you're driving? And that's what you want to focus on. Focus on the outcomes your product or service or whatever it may be is actually providing. You do that, and it's going to allow you to focus and create the content that you really want to use. So these are some of the key steps in why we identify that target market, because it then helps us figure out what matters. What matters to a 25-year-old Jane Doe may be completely different than a 65 Jeanette Doe in Philadelphia. So thinking about those and looking in different ways helps you narrow that down. Now, when you do that, there's an old adage about fishing that says, where should you fish? You should fish where the fish are. Where should you market? You should market where your avatars are. And what type of platforms or what are they using? So as an old guy, candidly, if you want to get in front of me, direct mail, which is actually still very effective, LinkedIn, or if it's a specific podcast or newsletters. I'm hard to market to because I don't like watching TV. I'm not on a lot of social platforms. But now if you're for Jane Doe, 25, TikTok may be perfect. May not be, I don't know. It could be Instagram. It could be, who knows. But it helps you start figuring out where are your people. And once you start to define where they are, then you're going to go through and you're going to test, A/B test. And you can do this without a lot of money, maybe 20, 30, 40 bucks a day. And you can try this versus this image versus that image, this wording, or we switch it around. What is it that you want to do and how can you make that work? And then test and start tracking so that as you choose to make investments in your marketing and look at your marketing as an investment rather than an expense, if I spend $10 and I get $100 worth of work, all day long I'll do that. And in fact, if I can spend $10 and I get $100, can I put $100 and get $1,000? But you need to figure out where it fits, and then when you do, just keep putting gas on that flame until you achieve your results that you're looking for. So ideally, you found some value with this. We go through into more depth in our courses online and in the book, but you're always welcome to check us out at aspiringsolopreneur.com. Hopefully you found some value in this. Please subscribe, check it out, share it, and thank you very much for investing the time to watch. Keep smiling.